Hello, my name is Sandra, and welcome to my channel From Lack to Legacy. On this channel, we're all things money, investing, and mindset. In particular, how to go from a scarcity mindset to a mindset of abundance. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, please stay. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the channel, all that good stuff. If you've been here before, welcome back, folks. I'm here in Chiang Mai. And I just wanted to, this is the pool in my complex. Most buildings here in Chiang Mai, Bangkok period, they all have pools, gyms, saunas, all the amenities. But I wanted to come and talk to you guys about 3 challenges while it is super, super beautiful. And you're gonna have to forgive this video. It's gonna probably be a little shaky because I'm actually holding this camera. I'm actually holding my camera. But there's some challenges to living in paradise, and 3 that I want to talk about with you today. One is the heat. The reason I'm out this late, you can see the sun is starting to go down, but one of the reasons I'm out so late is because it's hot during the daytime. It's very hot. It's very hot during the day, and so most times people postpone activities till after the sun goes down. So if you're going to work out, if you are going to run errands, all that kind of stuff, we generally put it off until after 4 o'clock for sure. But after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, Chiang Mai comes alive. So it's a totally different city after that time. And it's out of necessity because at some point in the year, Chiang Mai is very close to Thailand, period. It's very close to the equator. And at some time during the year, there are days where it's over 100 degrees. I mean, we can go 4, 5, 6, 7 days with 100-degree plus weather. And so people have learned to work around that. And one of those workarounds is to just postpone, stay inside, enjoy the air conditioning. Most apartments have all the modern amenities like air. You always have a fan. The malls are all, movies, grocery stores, every place is really air conditioned and you're comfortable, but outside it can be a bear. And so you'll notice that in Chiang Mai, throughout Thailand, Bangkok, people kind of go inside in the middle of the day. Either you get out very early and get your errands taken care of, or you have to do it once the sun goes down. So one of the challenges, again, to living in a tropical climate very close to the equator is going to be the heat. But it's not a deal breaker. The heat isn't a deal breaker for me. It's warm. Oh, as a bird. It's warm all year round. Let's see, this is September. Around September, October, November, the weather starts to cool off. Around the Lantern Festival, which happens in late November, the weather is really beautiful, really much more bearable. So if you're thinking about coming, that's a great time to come in November. So the weather can be a challenge. Another challenge can be the air quality. I know I've talked about this in other videos, but I'm in Chiang Mai, which is in northern Thailand, and it can really be a challenge during burn season. And burn season can kick off anywhere from February, March, April, May. Yeah, and it goes for a few months. The farmers, generally up in the mountains and in the north for sure, are preparing the fields for next planting season. And so they burn, I guess, all the stuff that's left over. I ain't a farmer, I don't know. But I just know that burn season, it really wreaks havoc on the air quality in Chiang Mai for a few months. And what most people do, like myself, is we find someplace else to go. And because Thailand is so centrally located, Chiang Mai has an international airport. It's really easy to bop over to Vietnam. You can go to Malaysia. You can go to Cambodia. I don't know, Cambodia might burn too. But my point is, fares are very reasonably priced. You can find someplace else to be. I'm going to switch hands because this is getting to be a bit much. But yeah, you can find someplace else to be for the time that burn season takes place. And that's what I did this year. I went back to Bali. So Bali was a good choice for me. I went to visit a friend. Then I went on to the Philippines and Japan. So I was away for burn season. But yes, it happens, and you can visibly see the smoke roll in. It is something to witness. And so if you have asthma, or if you're thinking of relocating here and you have a family member that has asthma or some kind of respiratory challenges, that might be something to consider. That Chiang Mai, especially in the north, during that time of month, that time of year, there are going to be a few months where the air quality is going to be really poor. Oh my God. And I also live near the airport, y'all, but that noise doesn't bother me. You'll hear this airplane going on overhead. It's one of the things I love. When I was in the States, I lived near an airport too. We'll let that go. I should show it to you. Did I mention that the international airport is just 15 minutes away from my house? And that is what makes, even though burn season can be a challenge, you got all kind of remedies. It's just a beautiful reason to go find someplace else to be for a few months, some other beautiful place in Southeast Asia. Yes, I'm sweaty Betty. Another challenge, if you're coming from the West, if you're a Westerner like me, and if you have to work, if you are a remote worker or the bulk of your work has to be done on U.S. time, then this can be a challenge because you are actually a full half day ahead of the U.S. So the way I keep it straight is Chiang Mai is 12 hours exactly ahead of Central Daylight Savings Time. And then I guess when the time changes during Daylight Savings Time, then you could be 11 or 13 hours. It works out that way, whatever. It's like a half day that you are ahead of the US. So if you've got work to do, like I'm a trader, it can be particularly challenging because the market is open at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning in the US, which means it's 9 o'clock at night here. And anybody knows if you're investing or trading, you want to be sharp. And so that could be a challenge. It has been challenging for me. And so I'm not trading nearly as much as I want to because I'm not sharp at that time. If you have to make phone calls, if you're trying to keep up with family members, you have to keep that in mind that while it is paradise, don't get me wrong, it is paradise, but it is not without its challenges. So 3 things, they're not big things. They may not even be deal breakers for you because if you're fully retired, then it don't matter what time it is in the US. You're not concerned about that. But if you have business to conduct, it could be something that you would want to think about. So the 3 things that I have found to be a bit of a challenge in acclimating to Thailand and Chiang Mai in particular have been the weather. It is hot. It is definitely tropical. I'm sweating bullets right now. The air quality at certain times of year can be a challenge. And if you have to do work in the US, then, being a half day ahead, it could put a damper and change your sleep pattern. So, but I don't want that to stop you because other than that, everything else is really, really, really wonderful. So if you're coming for to relocate, like an expat, maybe you're thinking of retiring here, that's something to think about. But if you're just coming like a slow bob, you're bopping around, you just want to spend a few months here, it might not be that big a deal for you. But I want you to be informed. I always want to give you good information. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back on with other videos about Thailand. So stay tuned. Bye, folks.